Well, hello there, it's John again. Today I'm going to review this camera. It's by a company called Ausek. I think that's who manufactures them. But companies just put their own logo on there. So Ausek makes, thousands of these things and sells them on to companies to put your logo on if you buy enough of them, so like 500 or something. I could have the John French camera if I wanted. But they do sell samples at certain sites, so that's where I got this from. And Ausek advertises on the Alibaba.com website. It's a great website. They sell stuff real cheap and it's worth it, So you buy a GoPro for what, $400, $300 or $400? This was $67. I'm so impressed with it. So impressed with the image stabilization too. And here's what we get. Everything's wrapped in a little plastic bag, so that's pretty nice. I'm not going to take them out because I probably won't use them. We'll start with this. We've got a double-sided sticky with a tie wrap there. Here we have a frame for putting the camera in. It's not a waterproof frame, it's just so you can hold it on a stick of some kind. Well, for example, a selfie stick. Here we have a charging cable, a double-ended USB. Here we have a couple of sticky back camera shoes here. One has a 1/4 hole in it, so you can mount it on a tripod or a selfie stick, and that one doesn't. Does it? No, it doesn't, but they both have sticky on them. And then here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 brackets that you can use, and a bracket/adapter. This is a non-waterproof back door for your camera, so if you want to take it out in the weather, get rain splashed on the waterproof case, this one here, but you can record because it's got holes in the back, records audio, should I say. So that's a great touch there. This is for putting on your bicycle handlebars when you're driving around with the camera. And here is yet another bracket. It's amazing. We have a whole set of straps and belts here, so you can tie it onto whatever you're going to tie it onto, and that's pretty much about it. Now the camera itself comes in this waterproof case, which is good to about 97 feet generally. These are. I've never took it skin diving, so I wouldn't know, but the camera itself just looks like your standard action camera, except this has a monitor on both sides, which is great. You've got your up down buttons there, you've got your on off switch there. It also changes modes, and that is your shutter button. Okay, on this side you have a USB, HDMI, and a little slot there for your memory card, your SD card. Now then, on the bottom you have your battery door, which is nice. See, it doesn't fall off, it's attached to the actual camera, which is a nice touch. That's really good. And the way to tell, there's a few of these with these monitors on the front as well as on the back, and the difference is a lot of them one has like a round frame, this one has a square black frame there. And as you see, it doesn't actually have a brand name on it, just says 4K camera. Now then, so I hope that this works. It looks really nice. We'll take it out and test it. And to start this camera up, you just press that button on the top, the one that says mode. Hold it down for a couple of seconds and let it go, and it will show you the welcome sign. Now then, the way this one works, it's slightly different from other cameras. This changes your mode here. So as you can see in the top left hand side, we're in video mode. If you press it once, it will take you into a loop mode, which is described on the bottom there. And again, we've got time-lapse mode. See that? Press it again. we'll go straight into photograph mode. That's just your regular straight photograph mode. It says on the bottom 24 megapixel. That's what I've got it set to. On the top here is your top right is your state of charge with the battery, and just next to that is your SD card. Let you know there's an SD card in. Having most fun now, so what we'll do is take this guy outside and try it out. I'll try it out in a couple of different settings, you know, like 4K, 1080. I prefer 1080, it seems to work better with my computer. Well, here we are at the Home Depot here. 30 frames per second. 1080. We're just going to test out the image stabilization. Look, got cilantro growing here, butter crunch squash. Look at this, like coming to circus. Oh, that's kind of nice. Washed out looking. They do, don't they?
That one's kind of pretty, actually.
Yeah.
Gray.
Looking for appliances. Well, what have we got here? Hello boy, what you doing? Are you getting a snack before you go to bed? That's a good lad. Well, here we are at 1080, 30 frames per second. Just checking out the vegetable garden. Excuse me, boy. Okay, just a bit tidying up to do, then we'll be ready to plant next month. Let's check the image stabilization. Looks like we have a welcoming party down there for us. Hi girls. Okay, now we're doing a transition here. What do you say, Crosby? Are you alright, girl? He doesn't care, so he's ready. Look at all this stuff. The DAFs are out in force. So that's what's happening with the with this camera at 1080p, 30 frames per second. I adjusted the exposure by 1. So I think it might have been a bit yellowish, so we'll see how it looks. Well, what a beautiful day we're having today. Look at this. The sun's shining. think of that footage. I was really pleased with this camera, I can't believe it. Well, I can believe it, but just the fact that it's got a front monitor, a rear monitor, you know, so you can see what you're doing if you're taking a selfie. And I don't usually recommend cameras that much. I say, oh, you know, alright, but this one, definitely worth it for the price. You know, you couldn't touch any other camera like this for the price. So anyhow, have a good day and thanks for watching.